And then Sky Raider gets Sky Raider. More minions for basically being free. Remember, 2 Horde Pillagers in his hand. He doesn't really want to play Horde Pillager until the weapon is destroyed. And he's got 2 of them in his hand, so he basically has a weapon forever. This warrior will never be weaponless. Good trades. Trades into the poisonous minion with his lowest costing minion. I would love to see Power of the Wild. Power of the Wild would be crazy. Picks the Earthquake, though. Knows that the Murlocs, once they get on the board, they can really be a hassle to get rid of. Earthquake is one of the things that this warrior basically has no access to because they don't run Skipper. So if he does ever lose the board, Earthquake is a fantastic way to clear. And Power of the Wild is kind of like insult to injury because his board is already pretty beefy. So Earthquake, kind of a future thinking pick there. And you can see here that Earthquake was like a fantastic pick. Oh my goodness. That is something a Murloc Paladin cannot play around. An Earthquake out of the Pirate Warrior from... Oh my goodness. That was crazy. Divine Shield minion, which again makes sense. Keep the Zoo board at bay. Wow. That top deck is actually insane because the Soulfire, remember, discards a card in hand, but if you have no cards in hand, it actually just doesn't discard anything. Holy smokes! That top deck was even better. Soulfire into Handed Gul'dan, meaning next turn he's going to most likely be able to play a minion, then Soulfire, and then draw 3 cards. Those were the best 2 draws back-to-back that the Warlock could have possibly had in that situation, and this is going to lead to what I think will be a very, very big board swing in the next 1 to 2 turns. The Hunter has no idea that he will soon be the hunted. So there's the cheap minion coming out, most likely from the Warlock. Then we're going to see a Soulfire here. Depending if it goes on the minion, goes to face. See the Soulfire go to face. Hand of Gul'dan gets discarded. 3 more cards get drawn. We might even see a weave in of a tap and then play of a 1-drop and then face with the rest. Fogey knows. Original 2+2, which is what actually swayed away a lot of people from playing Zoo for quite some time, but obviously it's still very powerful. This is a massive amount of damage. Idan's looking down right here. And even looking at his following turn, he really doesn't have much to do with the hand that he has. Yeah, this is going to be a very, very difficult board for the Druid to clean up. And that's what Zoo does. I mean, this is Zoo at its finest. It gets on the board. Minions are very sticky. All of them do a little bit of chip damage over time. And in 2 to 3 turns, it just kind of takes you out. So the Druid's doing what it can here to kind of clean up the board. The Satyr pickup was okay, but it's something you really want in the earlier stages. So you're able to discount, for example, Ysera earlier on, rather than paying 9 mana for her. And then you would go ahead and Ironbark her. But the Satyr did not end up in the hand as early as expected. Oh my goodness. That 3 damage from the 2-1 could have been relevant if he had a rush lackey. He would have maybe been able to push lethal this turn.